Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is TBR Schmitt, and this is my wife Samantha.
Hello.
And today we are watching episode 8 of The Terminalist, so the season finale. What did you think of the season so far?
This season's been really good.
Yeah.
I had no idea what to expect with this show, and I've been very pleasantly surprised.
There's been a good amount of mystery, good amount of action, some twists, some turns, filmed very well, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so I honestly could not give a prediction on how this is gonna end. I guess it's kind of gonna depend if this is a mini-series or if it's supposed to be
A show that goes on.
because the way that Chris Pratt Reese has been acting, it really doesn't seem like he has anything to lose. So I would imagine he might die.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much to live for after he finishes his list. Assuming there is only one person left on his list, which is Madam Secretary, who left on a cliffhanger might have more information. Maybe she's just trying to get out of this situation, or maybe there's still someone else pulling the strings.
I don't know. I feel like Constance Wu is in a lot of trouble.
Yes.
And this is like Reese's highest person on his list in terms of security,
Right.
the government, all of that. So I have no idea how this is going to end, but I'm sure it's going to be crazy.
I'm sure it's going to be crazy and very satisfying, I assume. It might not be difficult. So far, everything's been very easy for Reese. So we'll see if this is the first kind of challenge thrown his way, or if he'll just slaughter everyone like he usually does and we get some revenge. So only one way to find out. So if you'd like to see the full-length reaction for this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you'd like to interact with us on our Twitch, Instagram, or Twitter, all those links are in the description as well. And with that, let's get into the episode. Oh, they got to live.
They did.
Oh, they got Ben.
You look like shit.
I look like shit.
You don't like it?
You look like Patrick Swayze who lives in his van.
Hartley just landed up north, by the way.
A place from Orcas Island.
Talos. Contracts out for a dozen men, maybe more.
Whoa.
She knows I'm coming.
She got her own security.
Does it matter?
Well, no, it didn't matter.
Wiped through everyone else so far. So he said some island?
Yeah.
These Talos people didn't really stand a chance earlier.
Mind if I record this?
I figured they were going to have that interview in the library.
Between 17 and 22 veterans commit suicide every day.
Jeez.
It is the equivalent of 2 9/11s every year. Admiral Peller sent me regular medical reports. I had no reason to question their content.
Okay, she has an interesting position.
Operation Odin Sword is a cover-up. I initiated a DCIS investigation.
She did.
Upset about it as you are.
I don't trust her.
So she's not denying the fact that she did authorize it, but the whole situation that caused Reese, his family, and his men wasn't really her fault?
It's the truth.
I mean, they all would have died from these tumors, likely, because of her anyways.
Yeah, but she had no idea, apparently, about the tumors.
That's true. Huh. She's right on that edge. But
Don't trust it.
Yeah, she's able to keep that a secret for this long. There might be more.
Talos contractors and lets Reese come after her with zero oversight. She's gonna kill him and tell whatever story she wants.
Ooh.
I chose fugitives because I like the simplicity, but I'm pretty sure the guy we've been chasing is the victim, and the people Reese is gunning for are guilty of sin.
Yes, that's been true all along.
Now we get them all.
We're on the bench, boss.
I made some calls.
Oh my god, dude.
You willing to fuck up a good career to see this through?
Oh, there's just gonna be a lot of stuff happening on this island.
But the way he framed it was that Lorraine wants to kill just Reese and then go with whatever.
Change the narrative to whatever she wants.
I wonder if she's going to change her mind and send information on the security to Reese to be like, this is where everyone's posted up, lights here and stuff.
I'm just the reporter. She's on the island.
SecDef's got her own fucking human shield now.
How long till her feet wet?
2-3 hours.
Ooh, they're not far.
I could live 1,000 years and still wouldn't be able to comprehend how you trust that motherfucker.
Well, I still trust you, don't I? Ben.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, checkpoint.
Can't really turn around.
Right?
Couple Tahoes, couple bikes, 8 cops.
Damn.
We got no exit. No cover.
I'm with you. We'll get through.
Just play it cool.
Morning, officer. What's good?
Driver's license, please.
He looks super similar. Where the fuck is Reese?
You live in the vehicle, sir?
Oh, time to time, man.
California, India, 888.
Oh, please let this work. Oh, no. Oh, he's down underneath.
Not getting a hit on that name. Can you confirm the...
Oh, no.
Adams, first name, Shane, Mill, White.
Come on, cops.
7 Lincoln 42 ID check is clear.
Oh,
No
fuck.
Good on ID.
Oh, thank God.
We're clear.
You guys were so close.
Have a great day.
Drive safely.
That was so close.
That was very stressful.
Hey, the boat's waiting. Oh. I don't
Wrong
think that.
boat.
Yeah.
To what extent are you aware of my father's history?
I know about his struggles and that he took his own life.
So it's personal for her.
Why not make this whole thing public after Odin's sword?
I am making it public.
You're laying the blame on dead men because they're not around to contradict you.
Ooh.
I suspect others will understand my decision.
Do you think James Reese will understand?
Not a chance.
Fortifying your house as we speak.
I have no choice but to defend myself. Doesn't make me a criminal. It makes me human.
I like how they just locked them in there.
I still don't trust her.
No, I don't think Reese is going to care about her story anyways.
Motherfucker came through.
I mean, even if she didn't do the cover-up, there never would have been a cover-up if she didn't authorize it to begin with. Damn.
What's the note say?
Wishes us both good luck.
I wonder what the, like, water patrolling or security is like.
Right? Outside of just the land on the island.
Been doing this job 10 plus years. The only man we ever lost blows up an admiral. You don't know a shit.
Man, so they have to fight these guys now too, on top of all of the security?
You have an obligation to intercede. Hope y'all don't get seasick.
Do those other Marines or SEALs know why Reese is doing what he's doing? Like, is that general story even out to enough people?
No, I don't
Like,
think so.
They just think he killed a general because he's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What's your new title?
Piece of paper, seen better days.
I need you on this 50 cal, covered out from the lighthouse. We stick to the plan. It'll work.
I don't want Ben to die.
We find that beach in Peru, brother. We see where the tide takes us.
And I just wait for this bomb in my head to go off.
I mean, it's gonna go off regardless.
Yeah.
You don't gotta die alone.
I'm not alone.
There's just no sound. This is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
No matter what happens. A lot of people are dying.
You can always leave in the morning.
I don't want to be here anymore.
I'm glad you changed your story.
Very positive.
I just want to do some fact checking just to make sure my timelines are straight.
Whatever you want.
Is this gonna change everything?
I think this story, I think she just put that out for her.
Yeah.
Do you remember if it was before or after Steve Horn's death? I'm just trying to understand the true order of events exactly as they occurred.
Should have been after.
She definitely knew.
Yeah.
And just like Katie said, now that there's no one left to refute her story, she can say whatever she wants.
And in the other version of the story, you took steps to curb their access to your department.
These are the same story.
Yeah.
How can you hold somebody accountable if you didn't know in that room that Reese and his men would die?
Good job, Katie.
You had 9 minutes and 21 seconds of open comms before Alpha Platoon went dark. Time does it take to say abort?
Oof.
Dang.
You weighed your selfish need against the value of those men's lives.
Watch out.
And you let those men die.
Those men didn't just die. They saved lives.
Oh, I was so afraid she was going to pull a gun on Katie. Katie was going in on her.
My policies save 40 men and women every day. And when RD 4896 comes out,
4896?
and if you ask James Reese, it's a sacrifice he'd make in an instant as well.
Shouldn't it have been up to him?
Exactly.
You just admitted to letting Alpha Platoon die. Murder is murder whether or not you got paid for it.
Bitch.
Katie had her there. So she definitely belongs on this list. Damn, it's so dark I can't see anything.
Was the lighthouse.
On you, brother.
This is gonna be loud.
Send it.
You're not putting that story out.
It's gonna kick everything off.
1.
Oh! Just saved Katie's life too.
Move, move, move!
These assholes.
Man, we need to move you. Now.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Taking the lights.
Yes. Oh no, they noticed the lighthouse.
And get to that freaking lighthouse. I want that shooter. Yes, sir, we're on it.
Fuck no, don't go after Ben. Oh shit. Come on, Reese.
You are clear.
You're done. Oh, this is amazing.
Ben is like got the craziest shot.
Fuck.
Oh, okay, at least he sees him.
Abort now.
Oh. Fuck. Oh. Now they're fighting each other.
I'll see you on the other side, Ben.
Ben, just get out of there.
Ben's not gonna leave him.
They're coming for him.
We're taking over the estate. Stand your security element down.
Where's James Reese?
Oh. Up there. Damn.
Right in.
I wonder how accurate his movements are. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a flash.
Yeah.
You need to get out there.
They're like, I don't want to go out there.
Go!
Yes, ma'am. We got this.
Do you?
Absolutely not. Someone gonna close that?
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
She's gonna use Katie.
Probably. There's the flash. These guys don't stand a chance.
Oh.
Just emerging from the smoke. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh.
Oh my god.
He had that tomahawk thing ready. He got shot in the gut, though, I think.
I thought he shot the other guy.
No, I think he got shot.
Dude's like, here you go.
Oh. I figured Reese would let that guy live.
Reese, stop! Stop! Someone else who set up Odin's sword.
It doesn't matter. She lit the fuse.
She did light it.
Oh.
Reese.
She looked at you, and this is what she saw.
No. God damn.
The whole world is gonna know she's a fucking disgrace. Her only legacy will be shame.
You're bashing her, but she has a gun.
No.
She's on the battlefield.
She's gonna go for this gun. Oh.
I did not see that coming.
She took her own life. And they left. Oh.
He left. Just let him go, man.
Dude, come on. Just grabbing the flippers.
Don't make me shoot you.
I'm already dead.
The reporter's alive, but Hartley took her own life.
It's over, man. Let him go.
Tony, do you have eyes on Reese?
Negative.
Thank you.
What happened to Ben?
He got out of there, I think, the second
You
he
think
saw
he did?
Yeah, when he saw the boat coming, he probably just left immediately. Well, that story definitely got out. So who is Oberon Analytics? Peru? It's not Ben, right? Ben wanted to go to Peru? Fuck, is it Ben?
I'm gonna be so upset if it's Ben.
I mean, it's Peru. We're in Peru.
Is this just Ben?
Yeah, it's just Ben. Oh, it was Ben, and fucking, he's here to kill him.
I was hoping I'd see you again.
Why?
You left that shell company off your list. Pillar tried to tell me. I assumed he was talking about Hartley. It's you, Ben. It's fucking you.
This hurts so bad.
Said you and the boys had tumors. Let them die with their fucking boots on, rather than in some hospital bed.
Did you do it for us? Did you do it for $20 million?
Maybe both.
Oh my god.
I haven't spent a fucking dime. I can't. I need you to know. Laura and Luce, I had nothing to do with it. I wanted to set the fucking world on fire, brother. That's the truth.
This sucks.
Let's finish the list.
What the hell?
Fuck, I wanted to be wrong about Ben.
If someday I don't come home from work, you should know your dad died doing something important, surrounded by good men that I loved.
You loved me and Mommy.
I could never love anybody the way that I love you.
This is so sad.
One day, you're gonna get older and you're gonna take care of your mom. But that doesn't mean that I won't keep my eye on you. From someplace else.
From where?
From right here, honey. Come on, Reese.
I like that we finally saw the rest of this day. All right, that was episode 8 of the Terminal List. What'd you think?
That sucked.
That was really sad.
The whole storyline ending with Madam Secretary was extremely satisfying.
Yes, I really, really liked this whole season. I hope there's more seasons of the Terminal List. However that goes on, not really quite sure. The list is now in the ocean, but that was a very satisfying ending, very satisfying show. Just sucked in the end. I just feel like I got punched in the gut right at the end.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. It felt like a punch in the gut. You were hesitant of Ben very early.
Yeah, and I don't remember what episode, but I know that I made some comment about the fact that it's kind of like if he was involved helping James Reese, he would be able to control the narrative enough to cover his own ass, which that seems like what happened.
Yeah, it's exactly what he did. The fact that Katie was able to get out the story and everything that happened with Madam Secretary, that whole scene was perfect to me when she's just one-on-one, their last interview, and she gets her to admit everything.
She has it on record. The fireplace is behind her with the flames. Mm-hmm. Katie's just going in on her. I mean, that was such a great moment with Katie and Madam Secretary.
So good. And the only thing that sucked in that whole part was that she was able to get out of it.
Yeah, by taking her own life.
Yeah. the fact that Katie was stopping Reese so that she would have to live with what she did, I feel like that would have been the only thing more satisfying.
I honestly think it was what Katie said.
Oh, 100%.
To be like, oh, she's a disgrace.
Yeah.
Her legacy is over. Everyone will know the truth about her. And she's just like, I'm not having that.
That's still gonna happen. That still happened. Like,
right, but she doesn't experience it now.
She's just not around to have to deal with the consequences. But the whole Ben thing was just, oh, that sucked so much. You know, Ben has been the one constant for Reese. I mean, Katie, she's been along the way, but they weren't together a lot of this. It's like Katie kind of had her own story and they collaborated here and there, and Katie always wanted what was best for Reese and for the story.
Right.
But Ben, it's just like, he was literally his brother. He wanted to help Reese get everyone that was responsible. Like, for the money, that just
sucks.
I hate it.
This is what I wish happened, but then it would have just complicated things more. I do believe everything Ben said. I do believe that he thought all of them were going to die anyways because of these brain tumors.
Yeah.
And so he was like, look, if they have a choice, they want to die with their brothers on the battlefield, not in a hospital bed. So you give them that and then you get money. What I wish Ben would have said or something was that, you know, he found out that James Reese was going to die because of this drug. So he did it for a situation to get the money
to his family.
Yes. If he would have been like, I thought you were going to die and I wanted to keep your family financially just taken care of for the rest of their lives. I thought you were done. So I did what I thought was best so that your family would be supported. And then when I found out that they killed your family, you know, obviously I had nothing to do with that. So that's when Ben enters the picture. That's what I wish would have happened.
Yeah.
But that would have maybe complicated things to the point where he might not have killed Ben. And then I don't know how that feels either.
Yeah.
But no, Ben just did it for the money, for himself. No reference or mention about setting up some fund for his family or anything. He just wanted $20 million.
I believe him too, that he was thinking that Reese was gone at this point when he's kind of being brought into this. But that was brutal. The fact that he was just like, yeah, it was partially at least because of the money. What? Who are you? This is not the Ben that we've seen like this whole time. And the fact that like he even worked to actively cover it up. He was involved.
Yeah, he gave every bit of information that James Reese needed, except for anything that pointed towards him.
Yeah.
And, you know, it changes the perspective of the end where Ben is like, hey, let's just leave. We'll both go to Peru. Like, you don't need to die alone. That seems like such a sweet moment at that time.
Yeah.
But then looking back at it, he just wanted him to stop going deeper.
Yeah.
Because then it would come back to him.
Yeah, I mean, Ben had to have known Hartley was it. This was the last person before it got to him. And knowing Reese, there was absolutely no way that he was gonna stop.
Right.
So the fact that Katie was able to uncover the Peru, and like for me, as soon as she said Peru, I'm like, what is Peru? Like, I know that this has come up before. Like, I could not pinpoint. Like, I was like, what is Peru? As soon as you said it, it was just like, fuck! Like,
it's Ben.
No.
And then you just have Ben entering his boat, and it's all quiet and stuff, and then Reese just appears. You know it's over at that point.
Yeah.
And Ben knew it too. I think Ben knew he had a brief amount of time before Reese completed his mission.
Yeah.
So he was waiting. It's not like Ben put up a fight.
No.
You know, he said, let's finish this list. He knew the consequences of his actions. It was just so sad. I mean, that was his brother. Whatever the saying is, long live the brotherhood. Reese just was betrayed by so many people that he thought were on his side.
Yeah. Oh, I'm like so upset by that.
That was so upsetting, so sad. Definitely felt like getting punched in the gut. And then just the final scene also with him and his family. That was so sad. I mean, we've seen this moment over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And to finish the rest of that day where it was about being honest with his daughter about death and about the difficulties or the dangers of his job. Kudos to that child actress, whenever it would cut to her, tears definitely came out because she just looked so scared and sad, but
and just
also
like innocent.
And innocent, but also like understanding of like what the dad was saying, Chris Pratt. That little conversation there might be one of the best scenes in the entire season for me. Just that simple conversation with the family.
Yeah, no, and I think just emotionally, like we had built up so much for this scene, and everything obviously that happened with his family was absolutely devastating. So just to see them back and sitting on the couch and just finally kind of getting closure on that moment for the audience. But yeah, I mean, that young actress, like, holy crap.
Yeah, no, that was an excellent scene. And it was also incredibly sad because it's the opposite. Reese is there trying to comfort his wife and daughter about the possibility of him never coming home, yet he's the one who's currently alone in life. And they are the ones who saw more combat than most of these people did and died.
Yeah.
Oh, that was rough. I need like a happy show or something.
I know. Now I'm like...
That was sad.
Yeah.
It was excellent.
The season was excellent. Like we said, I don't know if there's going to be more of this, but I thought this was excellent. Obviously, these are based off of books. I don't know. I'm so bummed. I'm so bummed.
Kudos to the show for giving us these feelings.
Yeah.
Because it definitely was executed very well in the last 10, 15 minutes. Not even. I mean, this whole episode was amazing. Like we said, the Katie aspect with Madam Secretary, everything we talked about with the family and with Ben. The action sequence of the island was great. Ben with the 50 cal and dudes are just like flying when he gets shot, and Reese is making his way up.
And I did like when Reese leaves and the FBI agent lets him go.
Right, finally. I mean, that a frustrating story. It was just so hell-bent on capturing Reese, even though he knew a lot of the picture, and he brought in those other SEALs that I don't think knew the full picture.
Yeah.
So I get it. Like I guess the most moral character of the show, trying to save everyone from dying and use the legal justice system for consequences. And I get it. He's probably the most good guy, but man, he had a thing for Reese. Like he could not let Reese out of his mind.
But in the end, he did.
Yes.
We also had some brutal deaths on that island.
Oh yeah.
That hatchet or whatever to the head.
Tomahawk or whatever that was to the head.
Yeah.
The whole smoke scene where he's shooting people with like his laser, I don't know what kind of heat vision or whatever that was, to go through the smoke. And yeah, obviously that very tense scene in the safe with Madam Secretary just defeated at the table. She had an interesting position. If the other position was true, if her first story was the actual true story, she was really on that line of like, yes, she did a, test on people who were not aware of the test and did not consent to it and stuff. But she did have that position to say, look, I had no idea about the cover up. I thought everything was going smoothly. I was getting reports that the stuff was going along well. And then the second things went south, that's when I started bringing in other government agencies and really, stirring the pot. That would have been an interesting storyline, just the way that Ben had an interesting position with his involvement.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't true for the Madam Secretary.
No.
She had the ability to save these men, or at least expose the story much earlier, and she didn't. Still, her position is that, look, to sacrifice these 14 men in hopes that we could develop a drug, which is very interesting. They did say 4896. So is that drug still in development? Are there other soldiers out there who were tested on?
There was an intention to test this until it was perfect.
Right. So maybe that is a way for more seasons or something, that there are more people affected, maybe not so personally connected to Reese, but enough that he helps out with, flushing the rest of the people out or something. An excellent episode. Really loved it. I really liked the whole season. There was a good enough of mystery. Some things definitely were a little, I don't want to say easy to call, but you could figure out the general path relatively quickly. And then a lot of the stakes seemed like they would be much higher, but then Reese would just mow through people, which to this point, it's almost moved from realistic to Rambo type. I mean, we had that one like Rambo episode.
Yeah.
When he was,
up the hill
and stuff. So now it's just almost to the point where John Wick, you just expect John Wick to just go and slaughter everyone. Well, now you have that same thing with Reese, where it's just like, oh yeah, 15 guys with guns. Yeah, they're fucked because Reese is coming.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot of challenge.
Yeah,
Reese.
He demolished people. But no, I had a great time.
I did until the end. So now I'm just bummed. But the series was really good. I'm excited to see what they do next, potentially, or not. But I'm really glad that we watched the show, and bummed about Ben.
I was so excited for Ben to survive. And I was like, cool, if they have a second season, Ben will be in it and stuff.
I definitely thought Ben was gonna die in the lighthouse.
Yeah, I thought maybe he would sacrifice himself to give Reese the
time.
Chance to get, like, finish the list or something. And then he got away. I'm like, yes. And then no. That was
selfish son of a bitch.
Yeah.
$20 million.
They did a really good job in the very first episode making Ben very suspicious. And then why would you suspect stuff for the rest of the season when he was helping Reese so much?
Yeah.
So it was good. It was a good twist that sucked. So if you'd like to see the full-length reaction for this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you'd like to interact with us on any other types of social media, all those links are in the description as well. And with that, peace everyone.
Bye.
Bye.